Have you ever wondered what it's like to be like a caterpillar? You enter a cocoon, go through a metamorphosis, and come out a big, beautiful butterfly. Except you don't come out a butterfly, you come out a Viking with an axe, and your every image of you is generated by AI. That's right, that is what you get when you go on seed retention or semen retention. Yes, I have watched the videos on YouTube, and I'm going to talk about them. I'm Terrible Shoes. Hit me up with a like and a subscribe. Helps me out a ton. And let's talk about semen retention. So, I'm sure any man who has looked for self-help or some type of guidance has come across one of these AI-generated videos where it's text on a screen and it's like, if you've ever wondered what it's like to be unstoppable, invincible, amazing, everything you've ever wanted, all you have to do is follow this one simple trick. You see, the trick can only be obtained by, and then it's like another 10 minutes of dog shit, and then they get to the actual point of the video, which is, they say, semen retention. Semen retention is the act of not ejaculating and holding your semen, pretty much holding your semen in as long as you humanly can, and it is said to be a spiritually enlightening thing. And of course, other men claim things like it boosts testosterone and other things like that, more energy. And I'm here to comment on that. So, for me personally, I do actually believe that doing this will help regulate the body's testosterone. I do not think that this is a super big net negative like a lot of doctors seem to go out of their way to talk about. That I don't understand, because I feel like it's crazy. Hear me out on this one. I feel like whenever a woman discovers something that is a self-help thing for them, for instance, I'm going to reference crystals. It is a big thing that women are very into when it comes to manifestation and when it comes to granting your desires, getting what you want. However, we are told by other people that, oh yes, this works. Crystals are living. They are vibrational, this and that. However, something I do have to point out is that every time a self-help method for men comes out, it is immediately met with people trying to disprove it. And I don't understand that part. It's just so stupid. Like, let people believe that something is going to help them, and then the placebo of that will help them. Like, oh my god, it's just so stupid. It's because people want men to be kept down and low. You want to talk about keeping in a low vibrational state. That's how you do it, by telling men that everything that could help them actually is a secretly stupid, evil concept created by a big, dumb white guy, and that you should really just do only what women want. Because that's pretty much all I ever hear when it comes to self-help for men. Anyway, speaking of self-help for men, we go back to semen retention. And most people say that doing this for 90 days will, like almost do like a factory reset to your brain and body. And I don't know if I 100% agree with this, because obviously you need to, I don't want to say it on YouTube because I feel like I'm going to get some type of flag on my channel. Basically, if you blow a load, it does in a way, factory reset your brain for a day or so, because it also obviously it helps with relaxation and stuff like that too. But I also fully believe that not doing this all the time, like a lot of people do, is healthy. I don't think it's healthy to do this 3, 4, 5 times a day like people say it is. It's an addiction at that point, and I don't give a shit what any weird doctors go on TikTok and say that because a lot of doctors and such will try to claim that porn addiction is not real. It is. It is very real, and a lot of people suffer from it, and it affects their lives. It makes them exhausted 24/7, and it makes them moody and feel shitty and feel low about themselves. But of course, every doctor on the planet has to come out and say, oh, no, that's not the truth. It's actually the polar opposite, when I think most men can attest that that's not true, that it does make you feel low and almost like a loser in a way. So I understand what they're trying to play off of here. They're playing off of that fact that any self-help for men is immediately discarded and deemed stupid and unreliable. However, I think it works more in a system like this, where if you relapse, so to say, I don't think it kills your entire buildup. I don't think you have to start from square one. I don't think that's the truth. I think that if you relapse and continually do it over and over and over again, then you go back to square one. But it's something that I do think is healthy for at least young men to try at least once and see if it's your thing. If not, I'm sure you can work out a schedule. But I think the important thing you need to take away from that is that you shouldn't constantly be firing off your dopamine sensors, because this fries your brain as well. And I think that's the biggest takeaway you should take from this, because I understand some people cannot commit to that fully, but I do think it should be attempted to at least attempt to regulate your dopamine sensors and get a little bit of a testosterone reset in your body. Um, that's really it. That's my entire opinion on it. It ended up turning into a ramble about how self-help for men gets completely discarded no matter what you say. And it is what it is. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I'm Terrible Shoes. Hit the like and subscribe button. That's the end of the video, and I will see you in the next one.